In this episode of Sailing Dark Angel, we work our way down to Lee Stocking Island from Big Majors. We test the new Raymarine autohelm and radar along the way and stop to hunt for provisions. At Lee Stocking Island, the anchorage is empty in the off-season, the silence broken only by waves lapping the shore, and we remember back to what it was like before they started banning cruisers from the island. If you like our videos, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. It's free for you and really helps our channel. So what are we doing now, Captain Dave?
Trying to figure out why our charts aren't oriented correctly anymore. We're not facing the right way at all in the charts. I gotta check the EV1 sensor. It shows us pointing entirely the wrong way.
Where is the EV1 sensor?
It's the one that's up in the cabinet. Pocket.
Oh, it could possibly be facing the wrong way, or? Okay, we're gonna figure it out. But right now we've been calibrating. We've been at SDA219 Key. We're coming out of Big Majors. We're trying to get calibrated so that we can start heading south and, you know, safely. But we also want to grab some milk and bread before we head out because it's a little bit of a trek to get to Georgetown. Captain Dave's doing his very best to calibrate.
I think we have it solved. We still have to test it, but now everything seems to be okay. So what happened was, radar overlay on the chart. Usually when the radar's overlaid properly, you can see the edges of the land. We'll have a little radar track on them. And it was way out, it's like 45, 90 degrees out. And I couldn't figure out why. When we got the new EV1 sensor, the little pucking thing, we stuck it exactly where the old one was. And so I went down and I rotated the puck, and suddenly we were on course. You can't have it rotated, it's got to face forward. Something was wrong. So I took another cable and I had Lisa stand in the middle of the hallway down there and holding it dead straight, and we were great. And I went, bad cable. So we fished a cable through the freaking boat and hooked it up, and it was out. Wasn't the cable.
Mm-hmm.
So we took it back out of the closet, hooked it up again to the original cable, and it's fine. Turns out it won't work in the location it was mounted. Now it's supposed to be 3 feet away from power sources and magnetic stuff and all that kind of stuff, and where it was, all the cables run right behind it in the wall. So obviously something in there was throwing it off.
It's probably a little extra sensitive because it's brand new, maybe?
That could very well be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So we've remounted it on a new location on the wall. There's the old bracket, which we got to rip out. Right there, there's the cable that we ran. We'll take that back out too. In the back there where you can't see, there's a whole bunch of cabling back there. All the wires running back and forth for the power for the boat run through there. And there's the new location up there. It's kind of out of the way. We kind of had to drill holes and stuff. I'm not real happy, but everything seems to be working now. So it's good. I'll have to put some kind of grommet in that hole, put zip tie on the inside. You know, there's finish work to do, but all in all, you happy?
I'm happy, we're done.
Next step is to calibrate the autohelm, and we're going to do that when we get underway. Before we get underway, we've got to go into town and pick up a couple last minute items because it's going to be a week or so before we see another store. So
what's happening now, Captain Dave?
What is that?
Sorry.
Okay, the autohelm is now operating.
Okay.
And instead of just having it going in straight direction like we had to with the old one, because everything has been all reset and I built a whole new network, I've now got it tracking to a waypoint on its own properly the way it's supposed to how to do it.
Yes. So bye, SDA219 Key. We were here for a very short time. We have to get going down to Georgetown. Our next stop is Blackpoint, and then from there on the way down. I had forgotten that we can't go get groceries today. Today is Sunday and everything's closed. So we're gonna just head down to Blackpoint and get what we can at Blackpoint and continue on down to Georgetown so that we can get set up and get on our way out of the Bahamas. So we have made it back to Blackpoint. We're gonna be here for the evening and then a little bit tomorrow because I'm gonna do some laundry, get hopefully milk and bread. Tomorrow's Monday, so the stores will be open. Today they're closed, or I would have done it today. So I got my work cut out for me tomorrow. Dave goes back to work on the next video, and we did have success for radar and autohelm all the way here. It was awesome. Was there any little hiccups that we did have, Captain Dave, that you want to talk about?
Yeah, the compass variation keeps going out on the chart plotter a little bit, so I've got it set for true north right now, and I'm just keeping an eye on the variation.
Okay. So what are we doing today, Captain Dave?
We are headed south.
Excellent. So we're leaving Blackpoint. Bye, Blackpoint. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I wanted to get some milk and some bread, but you had none. So we gotta go. And we're gonna head where?
Right now we're gonna bounce off Big Farmer's Key. We'll stay there tonight, and then I think we'll go to Rudder Cut tomorrow.
That sounds great to me, because all I want to do is get down to Georgetown so I can get some supplies. Because we're starting to run low, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
After Georgetown, we start working our way south down to Great Inagua so that we can check out, go to the DR.
Woo! It is beautiful here, but it is time to move on. It's gorgeous. Look at this water. This is my favorite water so far.
It's either a couple of rocks or we got company coming to see us already.
Back up. So where are we now, Captain Dave?
Rudder Cut Key. There's a cave here, there's a bigger cave on the other side. Very private beach. This is one of David Copperfield's islands. And two dark spots over here, and I don't know what they are.
No.
Could be a rock, could be a ray, could be a turtle. Not moving like turtles, might be rays.
Don't know.
Don't know. Not going to be a comfortable anchorage.
A little bit. And I might have to snorkel it just to double check.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. This one's coming to us, I think.
Or we're turning.
No, we're not turning. Yeah, that's moving. It's probably a ray. It's probably that little ray that's got an attitude. Bye, Rudder Cut Key. We had a night with you, and that's about it. Now we're on our way to
Adderley Cut, Lee Stocking Island, or Rat Key, or Georgetown. Probably not Georgetown because we're leaving too late in the day.
And what is it all dependent on?
Weather and time.
Yeah.
Weather and time.
So that's what we're doing today, Captain Dave?
Yep, that's our deeply detailed plan.
Yeah.
We're going to end up somewhere south of here.
So we're a little late getting out, but we had some things that we had to take care of, such as?
Checked all the fluids and stuff in the engine, found out both our air filters are dissolving garbage. Both needed showers.
Yeah, both of us are a little worn down, and to be honest with you, I'm a little bit more grumpier than usual, because you just tell you what. So we got to get moving.
Yeah.
I'll start filming us going out because we're going to hit a little bit of a standing wave, according to Captain Dave. So I'll film that so you can see what that looks like. And it's always a little dicey going out cuts because if anything happens, you got rock on either side of you and a lot of current. So where are we now, Captain Dave?
We're at the cut at Rudder Cut Key. Cutting out the cut. A little bit of a standing wave, but it's a very calm day, so it's not too bad.
This is pretty good. I've seen worse.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Even coming out this one, we've seen a lot worse.
Now we've seen worse even coming out of this. This one's not a bad tide. It's fairly calm.
Yeah, it looks fairly calm. A little turbulent right in front of us right now, but I mean, we're turning and we're going off that way. It looks pretty calm. No complaints here. That's good. I was in the middle of making coffee, heating some water up on the stove, but I turned it all off because I didn't know what to expect. I could have kept it going, but you don't know. You don't know, so I just shut it all off, and once we get out there, I'll make coffee. It's a 3 coffee day. Because apparently it's that kind of day. A little wiggly. Not too bad. We got 3 butterflies. So what are we doing now, Captain Dave?
We are coming in Adderley Cut.
Okay. We seem to be going really slow. What's happening?
4.4 knots.
It just feels really slow. Cool. Oh, I remember this. This is where dolphins were last time.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. I gotta go up front now. No dolphins this time. Yep, last time here in Adderley Cut, we had dolphins escorting us in. It was kind of nice.
You didn't call ahead and order dolphins.
Oh. Gorgeous.
A little calmer and smoother here. A little smooth.
And we got a bit of a rainstorm happening over here, but it looks like it's dissipating, but I think it's by Georgetown.
Might be. Maybe over Baratara. That'd be pretty close though.
There? I don't know. How deep is it here?
30 feet.
And you can see the bottom at 30 feet.
You're gonna miss this at Loop Around.
I know. If go around to Kuchikana, we won't miss it because their water is really pretty too.
That's not a hurricane hole.
No.
You're going peak hurricane season.
Where are we now, Captain Dave?
Lee Stocking Island.
We made it to Lee Stocking Island. One more hop to Georgetown, but you know what? This is beautiful. We're in about 7 feet of water. The wind is about 6 knots. So, we're okay. I'm just gonna float away now. Bye.
You're not going anywhere.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
I can get you back on the boat. Is that a fin?
Ah, shit! Something touched my foot. No
Crap.
kidding. Ah! Something actually touched my foot. Mono, let's go up front.
Technically on a private island, you can go as high as the high water mark on the beach. But they have gone to the trouble here of posting signs. So we're not going at all. So previously over here, if you look up on top of, which hill is it? If you look up on top of that hill right there, there's a rock cairn. And what they do is tour boats come in here right up to these ridiculously shallow shallows. And then you walk up and there's a little path to go up and you go up onto that rock. As a matter of fact, we went to the other side and did some stuff over there, and I'll put a link to that video. But this is all private island now, and I'm wondering if that's even still a thing for the cruise boats. Over around that corner there somewhere is the research station that people used to visit. Now it's very much off limits. There was a research station here at one point. It's a little out of season. The season ended in April, and it's the end of July. In case you're wondering when this video took place, it is July 28th, I think. 28th, 29th. It's the end of July sometime. Lisa did a little tour right around that corner. We can put a link to that video too. There's that little cave over there is pretty cool. And there's a little beach tucked in there. We've only been here a few times. There was a dolphin here once cruising through. We've had sharks that we dove in and looked at over here. It was fun. There was a lot more boats then, so Lisa was way less naked.
There is nothing here now.
Over there is Barraterra, where that cell tower is. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the town of Barraterra. And you can get there from here, but it's a lot like work. When we leave in the morning, we're going to take off out around this corner, go past Children's Bay, past Rat Key, hang a left and go at the Rat Key Cut, and then it's about 25 miles from Rat Key Cut to Honeymoon Beach. That's tomorrow's goal.
We're not going to Honeymoon Beach, we're going to Kids Cove.
Well, you got to go by Honeymoon Beach to get to Kids Cove. It's 25 miles to Honeymoon Beach.
All right.
So there. I might anchor there and then go to Kids Cove in the morning. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. We're not there yet. Nobody knows. We don't know. Nobody knows. We just make this shit up as we go along. You think we're planning any of this? No.